Man, this is a fucking nice level.
You see that? I'm too busy hyping everyone to get things actually started on time. But good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever, depending on where you're at. It's NerdTube, the best channel that you're here, so you've heard of us now. At any rate, we're going to talk Marvel again with you. So She-Hulk, which is continuing, at least in my opinion, to be entertaining. So let's talk episode 6, Just Jen. What did you say there?
Don't worry about me. I'm just swearing at the game.
Oh,
he's gonna multitask. I don't
want that cunter. At any rate, so let's talk a little bit about it here today. So I think starting at the episode, we get the little bit where she's invited to the wedding. Holy shit! For an invitation, do people actually do that kind of shit?
If you're a Kardashian,
yeah. If you're rich as hell and you got that kind of money where you can burn it by wasting all that confetti and paper, hell yeah, you go all out.
Yeah, I mean, you should see some of the invites people give for just a fucking gender reveal party.
Oh god, don't get me started on gender reveal parties. We don't need another forest fire.
Hey, and I mean, technically, technically the gender could change. So actually, that's not a solidified thing. So I mean,
yeah, well, exactly. So
true.
It's an estimated reveal party.
Yeah, an estimated reveal.
Come here on this date where we might kind of sort of figure out who and what it's going to be. Because science.
Sounds big.
I could go down that rabbit hole, but I think I'm going to end it there. Because I tell you, my mind just keeps wondering, like, if you know it's going to be a hermaphrodite, do you put pink and blue in the same tube? I mean, what do you do? What do you do? And sometimes with gender reveals, you might know this.
The things we're already
inside
about.
It just says "go fuck yourself," which is what the ability is that they have.
I want it.
You want it. Anyway, back to She-Hulk.
Back to She-Hulk. So at any rate, that was absolutely crazy. I don't know anything else at the beginning part anyone wants to talk about. I think that was kind of inconsequential. We can jump into the wedding unless anyone else got something.
Yeah, if you're into it, yeah, this is going to be a wedding episode. I like that little fourth wall break where she flat out tells you, like, this is what's going to happen in this episode. It's going to be a wedding episode, so yeah. And she just goes with it.
I am here for the TV show that this man, Iron Man, Tony Stark, died for in Endgame. That's what I'm here for.
I think that you've got it, though. I mean, the ability to have your everyday life, isn't that really what Iron Man died for? And isn't that what this episode's all about?
He died for shawarma. That's all he died for.
Well, she told us you're going to be disappointed, or you might be disappointed.
Yeah, she flat out.
God, Sam is here.
You're expecting Daredevil, and you're not going to get it today. So, wedding, inappropriate times, all that shit.
It sounds
what is that back in the shadows? Is that Sam? No, it's Batman.
No. It's Batman.
Hold on. He's doing my Vince McMahon impression better than I am today, damn it.
I don't know about that. I get more Batman vibes.
Yeah, Batman. I'd say Batman.
Yeah. Well, Batman's usually British, so anyway.
Anyways, so I guess the fourth wall was pretty nice. I do always enjoy that. I like how sometimes other characters are aware of it. Like, if you call back to the first episode, Bruce is all like, "Who are you talking to?" And then this time, like, her friend doesn't even seem to blink at the fact that she just turned and talked at the camera.
Yeah, she's just sitting there minding her own business, doing whatever it is she's doing, like checking Twitter or whatever the hell, and like she's just going on about her day.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
So getting into the actual wedding, I thought it was kind of interesting how, the whole time she's always been like, well, I just want to just be Jen. And then finally she's like, I want to be She-Hulk. And then she can't. I thought it was an interesting way to twist it, especially how she gets punched in the face and she's still trying to resist turning because she's been forced into it. And then only to, at the very end of it, finally be like, oh my God, She-Hulk's here. Like, her friend doesn't even remember.
Well, when she got punched in the face as Jen by Titania, her face should have fucking caved in on itself.
Yeah,
because,
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, like the way that she just able to get up from it. We saw what happened with Bruce when he fell on that platform in Ragnarok before he turned into Hulk. He was fucked. You know what I mean? The same should have happened to fucking to Jen.
Hashtag continuity.
Oh man, I didn't even
Yeah.
think about that, but yeah, you are right because he does die on not die, but breaks apart on the bridge, and yeah, we should have had a similar effect here. That would have been really wicked, and it would have definitely changed the camera angles from which they could have shot that.
You bastard. Yeah, but I mean, all logic got thrown out the fucking window in this episode. A lot of shit got thrown out the window.
Yeah, I thought that I don't know. It was wait, hold on here. I would have to say that going like it gets thrown out the window a little bit, but not really because she still transforms. She can still control how she transforms. But yeah, I think taking the damage should have auto transformed her, and it would have then allowed her to not have to be upset. Her friend being upset with her for transforming because it really wasn't her fault. Like it automatically happened when Titania punched her.
And I would have liked to have seen like her like rage out, you know, like roar, you know, like the Hulk did. Like we didn't even get that. Like it was like, oh, okay, yeah, you hit me. And yeah, it would have been nice to see her like just get all pissed off and like just go crazy. And then it would have been funnier if it would have been like, oh my God, She-Hulk is at my wedding. That would have added some comedic effect to it, I think.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like the fact that she's so drunk, she's just like, I forgot how to do it. I mean, come on, guys. We've all been there before, right? We've all been there before.
I still think that even as Jennifer Walters, she would have stolen the limelight from the bride because she's She-Hulk, even in human form. So I'm surprised that she was treated so poorly throughout the whole episode.
Yeah, I was really hoping that she was going to snap back and gain a little self-fucking respect there because they were treating her like shit. Like all of them.
They treated her like the redheaded stepchild that no one wants to play with.
Yeah.
Almost.
Could be a brunette-colored stepchild.
Yeah, brunette-colored stepchild.
Brunette-colored stepchild. But it's like, yeah, you don't push around an Avenger like that. At no point did she even step back up for herself.
Hey,
Avenger yet.
Technically, she's not an Avenger yet. Yeah, I was going to say that they're working on it. Damn it, the paperwork is in the mail.
All right, fair enough. She's not an Avenger yet, but I mean, she basically is, and she's related to Wong. She's a superhero.
Wait, she's related to Wong?
No. That's going to be good old Madison.
I'm ready with him, by the way.
I'm sorry, I ship those two forever. Like, I want her in the next Doctor Strange movie as his like girlfriend.
And I'm calling him Wongers for the rest of my life. That's just how it's going to be from this point on. He's Wongers.
Wrong episode.
Well, whatever. Still,
anyway.
Wongers is his name.
So yeah. Anyways.
So the wedding was nice. I mean, they had some, and all the other stuff was very elegant. We didn't get to see any of the other stuff, and of course her groomsman was a dog. Oh no,
cute dog.
Yeah.
No, that was an ugly rat dog.
I don't think we saw the groom.
I think that we did once, I believe, in the very beginning of when she got there, and like when I think she was talking. I think she said something about the groom. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we didn't see him. Who cares? I didn't. That part didn't bug me too much.
My theory is, I think that they were like, okay, we don't have a groom, and it's like, well, fuck, okay, we're just gonna go with it anyway, and that's kind of what they did. Yeah.
Ah, shit.
They didn't want to put the groom in there because they didn't want to have maybe have a nice bloke in there.
Yeah.
Or the groom is Reed Richards.
The groom is Reed Richards. Yeah.
No. It's Mephisto. No. Come on, seriously.
Yeah. No, it's Apocalypse.
No, what it is it's an alternate dimension.
Yeah, it's Apocalypse
of Quicksilver.
Huh.
I'm ready whenever.
But reality, I think the fight was pretty interesting at the very least. It was more than the fight we got in the first episode. So I was happy to at least see her square off a little bit and do something with that.
Would that be the fight where she directly punched her in the face and did nothing, but then she slipped on some ice and broke her veneers?
Yeah, I mean that's definitely
Yeah,
Everybody
again,
That's
devoid
still-
of any
I'm happy
logic.
There was something.
And let me ask Cheeto a question. Okay, Cheeto, did Izzy watch this week's episode? And if so, was she satisfied with the action scenes?
I've not talked to her about it yet. She's over at her mom's house this weekend. So.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, guys. No Izzy this week. Sorry, guys. Oh my
No.
gosh. You guys are just going to have to deal without Izzy this week.
It's just a sausage fest.
It's just a sausage fest this week.
I missed something last week. I'll say that.
Mm.
Lol.
Yeah.
Anyways, but
Anyway.
yeah, okay, you're right. You're right there. It should have had her teeth knocked out because of the punch. But I think the thing there is then you have to worry about another legal battle between the two of them about whether or not it's her fault to pay for them.
Yeah.
But
Who's at fault?
she got punched by Titania in the first place, so the legal course to have a fight is there anyway.
Mhm.
So they
Self-defense.
just, they went for a cheap laugh and it just fell flat, just like she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, the veneers thing I didn't care for that at all.
No.
I mean, I thought the her antagonizing Drunk Jen being Drunk Jen was. I actually thought it was pretty funny. I like the actress. I can never remember her name though.
Tatiana Maslany, I think.
Yeah,
is her
I think
name.
so. Yeah, she's. I really enjoyed her. The drunk version of her episode. I don't know. She's a good comedic actor. I mean, she's got good comedic timing, in my opinion. And I don't know. I just but yeah, like the whole Titania thing is like. She's like sometimes they try to get too meta. Like Jen can pull off being meta because she breaks the fourth wall. When Titania is like, "Come on, we all knew I was here just because," and it's like, no, you don't get to do that. Like you're supposed to be grounded in this reality. Jen's the one who can look at the camera and go, "I told everybody this was going to happen."
And I got to say, too, I wasn't really impressed with the Valley Girl attitude either. Like, I know that's what they're trying to do with Titania, but I'm like, I don't buy it for whatever reason. I just can't get into it.
I don't like it either. I think it's a bit much. Like, I didn't like. It would have been okay if, like, after she like lost the rights to the She-Hulk name, then all of a sudden she busted out with like.
Then she did that phony Valley Girl shit. That would have been the time to do that. But
I actually really
I'm talking about she was phony Valley Girl until she lost it. Then she like busts out her jersey. You
want to go, bitch? You want to go? Let's fight.
Yeah, like she gets a deep voice. She starts to sound like Zam.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to go? Let's go.
I thought there was more of a Valley Girl singing the bridesmaid. So the bride, sorry. And in the moment they told me to clean up some glasses and shit because the staff don't like me. I would have got the fuck out of there. So that was crazy. Oh, the staff don't respect me, so can you please clean up all my fucking shit for me? It's supposed to be funny, but I found it stupid.
Oh, we have 100% of Ginger's attention right now.
He's here.
Whoa.
It is on.
Let it be known in an episode to do with a female superhero that I multitasked, got 15 kills in a game, and managed to talk to you lot. Which is ironic because I hardly ever get that many kills.
Achievement unlocked. Ginger multitasked.
Woohoo! Multitask unlocked. Give me my vagina.
Oh, it's in the mail.
Anyways,
Anyways.
so Super Agent Man there, or so the guy hitting on her. There's no way that he's not part of the nefarious plot, right?
Well, some people assume that he might be part of that group of people who mugged.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
I can see it all. I could see it like as one of those scenarios where it's like, oh, it's him all along, but they try to play it off like it's not. Like it's going to be one of those kind of things.
Well, it's like the Jim and Pam scenario, right?
Office
from The Office, both versions of them. You can't have the two actually get together because then you would lose your central plot.
Yeah.
And part of her plot has to do with her miserableness about being single, but yet trying to feel independent in everything else going on in her life. So it can't be. You can't give her an actual romance this early. I mean, they had several episodes pointing that fact out from the storytelling point of view. So I don't think they're going to do it. And it just makes way more sense for him to be another plant, just like the other guy was from the Wrecking Crew.
if we get a season 2 or beyond, then do you think they could make that work? Like if they delve into it like more over time, or are you just kind of thinking
No,
like, well, they don't do it now?
I think they'll sitcom her where she just, hooks up with one guy after another, never really finding
Yeah.
that ultimate love.
At least it's
She should
accurate
be-
to the comic books.
Yeah.
She should be.
Yeah.
She should be.
I mean, the comic book writers have abused She-Hulk for years and years and years in the comic books, just making her some sex side for. I mean, I think she's slept with every, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like I've seen her in a relationship or with like multiple different guys in the comic books just because.
Okay,
You know what I
so
mean?
so it's
Yeah, but that one always just falls down to the writers, because you'll get other characters that are just banging whoever the writer feels like they should be banging, kind of thing. I mean, she's currently banging, I think it's Malekith, a fucking dark elf. So there you go.
No, she's not. I thought she was Blackjack.
That's the one, Blackjack. Sorry.
Yeah, the one. Yeah, because I just
the one that looks like Malekith.
Yeah, he was in. It was in the Fantastic Four comic books recently that they were.
So is there anything worse than dating in your 30s? Yes, dating in your 40s.
Yes, dating in comic books.
Yeah, and dating in
comic books.
They should just make her a player and let her fuck who she wants and let all the men be gagging for her.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
yeah,
I mean, that's how she.
Just turn to She-Hulk and fuck who you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get yours, girl.
But keep it clean, though, please.
Much,
keep
Jim.
it clean. Yeah, thank you, Jim.
Can't
Thanks, Jim.
Can't have it, go too far outside the lines of the Disney model.
Got to keep it clean, huh?
I don't know. What do you guys think at home there? Do sound off. We're trying to build more activity in our Discord, so feel free to join the conversation there. I know at least I'll be checking in there and responding to people. So what do you think? So I don't know. That's my big thing, though. I think he definitely is, though. That's my opinion. But yeah, everyone at home, sound off in Discord, please. Let us know what you think. Moving on, then, unless anyone has any last thoughts about the wedding, I think we kind of covered most of it.
I'm happy that Nintendo Switch is in the universe. As a gamer, that's all I'm going to put out there.
That one over my head.
No, that was just annoying. And now we're going to get to even more fucking annoying part of the show.
Oh man! So this next part is my favorite. That you have the Mr. Immortal subplot, which I love. Actually, ties into the main theme that it's all about his prior weddings. So it still ties into the wedding episode. I thought that was at least a little bit of clever writing. Yeah.
You think Ric Flair?
Why did you hate it so much, there, Ginger? Go ahead.
All right. Well, the other guys that know me, they know how much I absolutely love the Great Lakes Avengers. And given any opportunity, that would be the film that I would love to make. And so seeing Mr. Immortal as this old fucking Lothario con man type dickhead is devastating. It's devastating. It's like taking Peter Parker and just taking a huge dump all over him, because like he's such a brilliantly complex character in the comic books. And here first of all, we have an immortal guy in the MCU.
Where did that come from?
Where did that come from? Where's the logic behind that? Where's the explanation behind that? We have him. And then, like I said, if we do get a Great Lakes Avengers, I've got to deal with this fucking guy as Mr. Immortal. No, it fucked it. It was so unforgivable. That is one of the biggest L's that I've ever seen in the MCU after Thor: Love and Thunder. This was
if they go Mr.
unacceptable.
In Great Lakes Avengers, they do his son, because they set the seed up for that he's got a son.
He does have a son. They did say
Yeah,
that.
he does have a son.
So I think that's
but they used his name as well, so it's Greg Hollis. So it's just not going to feel the same. It's just not going to feel the same.
They started with Scott Lang instead of Hank Pym for Ant-Man, so I'm sure they'll MCU the fuck out of it.
Don't get me started on that one as well. But I'm not happy about that at all. That just derailed everything for me.
And if you thought Ric Flair's marriages were bad, oh my God, being married to 8 different women, oh my Lord, I couldn't imagine that. You would think after the third one they would just go, no, we're not going to give you that marriage license. That ain't happening. You've been married 2 times. We ain't going for a third.
Well, he's got 8 fake aliases too, as you remember.
He's got fake aliases and he faked his deaths.
Yeah.
The swanton bomb out the building was cool though. I did like that, and then he just gets up and he's all like, "Yeah, I'm okay."
The thing that bothered me about is like, well, he's all like, well, no, I actually did die, and theoretically he fooled the people. So theoretically he's supposed to die for like hours or something like that. You know, Mr. Immortal and Ginger, as the Mr. Immortal fan here, correct me if I'm wrong. But
it changes. It changes. Sometimes he'll just get shot, and then he'll resurrect in a few minutes. But it doesn't come back straight away.
To see him just immediately get up off the car and walk away, I thought was a little cheap.
He basically pulled the "Oh my God, they killed Kenny" from South Park. That was what they went for. Oh my God, you killed Kenny! You
Mysterion.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mysterion.
Not being a fan of the character, I thought it was hilarious how this dude has this reflex to just kill himself every time he's in an uncomfortable situation.
Especially when they were arguing. That was the funniest thing in the episode because he was just like, blah, 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 and then he's just like, you know what? Okay, fuck this. I'm out. And then he just one time bombs himself out onto the police car, gets up, cracks his neck, cracks his shoulders, cracks his back, and he's like, I'm coming back. All right, I'll be back. That was cool.
Is he a mutant?
Again, the other thing, you can't fucking jump out of those windows unless you are like a Hulk or an Iron Man. If you're just a normal person, you're not even a chair's getting you out of that fucking window.
Well, I know. Aren't they suing him for property damage now?
Technically,
they should do, yeah.
And there was a guy that in real life actually tried to do that. Like he was like, "Oh, these windows are friggin' like." These windows don't break, and then this dude, like, he shoulder blocked the window and fell to his death out the window. I don't know if you guys heard about that. This was years ago.
But did the window smash or detach? It probably detached.
I think it detached because it was one of those kind of windows where he thought it was unbreakable. Like he tried throwing chairs at it and all that kind of shit, and he ended up killing himself over.
Listen,
like,
natural selection will get
natural selection, mate.
Yeah,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, is he a mutant?
Is he a mutant?
You know, no. Well, yeah. So that's a good question because kind of going back in the, you know,
it might be in this, but in the comics, he's not.
He's
kind of tied
to
death.
Mutate, or is he a
what?
Is he a mutate? I can't remember.
No, he was in the comic books. He was kind of tied to like the Marvel Comics' death. Kind of, and then they kind of changed that down the line to where now he just doesn't die. And he literally outlives everyone in the Marvel universe right to the end of time.
Good guy, Vandal Savage.
Yeah, it's a bit like a Vandal Savage type character. But yeah, it's like, you know what comics are like. 1 minute it's tied to death, the next minute, oh no, it's just natural. But in the Great Lakes Avengers, I think there's 2 of them that are mutants. I think Bertha and Flatface.
I'd say Flatface is definitely a mutant.
Yeah, they're the mutants. Doormat, I don't think is, and the other one was an alien.
I feel like they're trying to get it to the point where it really doesn't matter how they got their powers. I mean, like Titania, no one has said dick about where she got her powers. No one cares. She's just a superhuman influencer.
Here we are.
No, it was a vat. It was a vat of Valley Girls, is what it was. She fell into a vat of Valley Girls.
She's got super soldier serum in her.
It's that damn Katy Perry California song. That's where all that started.
John Walker banged her, so she got some super soldier serum.
That's it.
Conrad Boone is demanding to know what you're drinking.
Oh.
Jim's Landscape. What are you drinking? Okay.
Diamond Dew, the aspartame of the aspartame.
Now we better get our mad sponsor money from that.
Yeah, we should.
Bling bling, motherfuckers. Anyways. But going back into what you were saying, I think that, it doesn't really matter anymore. They're going to start dropping so many offhand superheroes in these side projects that we just need to just accept that they have superpowers.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I don't accept it until we have a dark matter explosion in Central City.
Well, after what happened with Loki, is this an effect from what happened with Loki, with all these superpowered people coming from multiverses and shit like that?
I think we're going to find that out in season 2.
I think that's where I'm leaning towards. People just kind of popping in feels like there's a disruption in the universe that they're not alluding to yet on purpose. Which, if they do that, I'm fine with that.
And I think they're saving that for Secret War. I think that's where they're kind of going because I think Secret War is going to be like, oh, that's when you see like a bunch of mutants pop out like over time.
No, I think it's going to be with Quantum Mania, possibly.
Yeah.
Quantum Mania.
Because Kang is out to kill. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Well, but here's the thing, though. It's like there's a superhuman law division, and this is supposed to be in 616. And if you're going to have a superhuman law division, that means there has to be tons of superhumans about. And I think that the idea is that there's enough between random experimentation, the superhuman serum strength that was on the black market, things like that, where they can kind of explain it away if they really, just kind of with a wave of their hand. So why bother explaining it unless it's really fun and unique? And I bet if they keep Titania around long enough, they will explain where she got her powers. But yeah, I don't think we'll ever get anything for Mr. Immortal.
We won't. He seems like he's just a one and done.
Yeah, he's in and out. Swanton bomb. I'm here to collect my check. I'm out.
Yeah. But he is not sick. He's doing his Batman impression. So just he's auditioning for the next one.
I could be better, Jim. Yeah.
If your voice is bad, have you given yourself a COVID test?
Me, no.
You might want to give yourself a COVID test because that was the first thing that I noticed when I was ill. My voice had gone.
Shot. Yeah.
Only it started really happening to me today. Like I felt a bit of a shitty throat this morning, and then
that's a COVID symptom, mate.
Yeah, you're gonna want to
get yourself tested. Have you got a test kit?
Yeah, you're gonna want to get checked because I've got a friend going through the same fucking thing right now. Her voice is gone, and this is her third time going through it in like 5 months.
COVID interventions brought to you by NerdTube.
More coming out of me than Belgium.
Yeah.
So can we also talk about the absolute waste of intelligentsia?
Yeah, what the hell was that? Because I didn't understand that. Like, what were they doing?
I don't think we can declare them a waste yet because they haven't fully been used.
Yeah, but they're like an online troll group in this. But obviously, we'll see what happens when they get revealed. And that
I get that was more of a front.
And I think I have a theory too. I think the intelligence was kind of like a fuck you to all the people that like are hating on She-Hulk right now. Because I know people are like, we hate She-Hulk, blah 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 blah, and Disney's just like,
oh yeah, that was the attempt that was made, but
there was that secret lab at the end. So I kind of got the idea that the hate group was kind of like a front. Or maybe a side effect of their morals.
Definitely.
But I think that there is still going to be like a super intelligent group because they're
it's going to be AIM. AIM is going to be the next bad for sure with Leader because Leader was like their leader.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the same leader from.
Well, he's going to be in New World Order now, though.
Yeah, the same guy you told me.
Yeah. So we're building up towards AIM.
Was not part of the MCU.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Zam's gearing up.
Yeah. I could have helped myself because they got the same actor back after 14 years. Kevin.
Hey, it's not canon, Zam. Cut it out.
Yeah. Another one back.
Cheeto,
all we need now is Liv Tyler to come back and then like.
Zam is literally going to die on that mound on this.
Yeah, Cheeto, you gotta let him have it because he's not going to give it up.
He's gonna die.
Like a Rick Astley
literally got to die on that hill.
Okay, it's okay. I'm just going to continue to die on the hill that it's the 615 universe.
Okay, we get it. Shit,
it's the 69 universe.
It's 69.
I wish it was
619. Nice universe.
Rey Mysterio would be the main villain in the MCU.
Oh,
if that was happening. Ray would come out. He'd be giving West Coast pops and 619s to everybody. Hey, Cap, bam.
Booyaka, booyaka.
Yep.
So anyways, so last little bit.
Poor Jake.
We've just taken this out of Jake's hands. I'm sorry, dude.
No, just moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on. I have that power.
Yeah.
You keep telling yourself that.
The last bit of it.
He-Man.
the last bit of it. So dude got all of his wives got all everything they wanted, and to me it seemed like his lawyers didn't represent his interests in the very least.
Well, they said
And
they
I
would
mean,
get him the best deal. I mean, that's sometimes what you got. You got to cut your losses.
Yeah, you got to take what
did
you
they
can
really
get.
make him the best deal? Because at the end they're like 15 seconds, and she's like, "No, you're being creepy. I'm gonna up it to 20."
No, they
So-
screwed him over. They lawyered him.
Yeah,
They
Yeah,
100%
I really don't
lawyered
feel
him.
like they represented his interests at all.
Pull
But
the-
and
No.
what they did is they made the guy a creep in order to justify it.
they
Yeah,
pull
I
the.
found,
Go ahead.
I just found it weird. Like one person's going to get cash, another person's going to get a 20-second apology with eye contact. Like seriously, what the fuck is that?
They
all
Ric
about?
They Ric Flair alamoed him like, all right, dude, yeah, here's the deal. You're giving up your robes. You're going to give up your boots. You're going to give this person, the house. You're going to give this person all the chains that you have. You're going to give this person your Rolexes. That's what I got out of it.
Yeah, I mean it is to a degree, but it just kind of seemed kind of like sad. I did like the shot in the post credit where they're
When you
doing
get one.
the concept sketches where he's actually having to give her that eye
Yeah.
contact, and they got the timer in the background.
And damn it, Marvel, this is the second time in a row we didn't get a post-credit scene.
Yeah,
Twice.
motherfuckers.
Yep.
Oh, I'm devastated.
I kind
Yeah.
of
They
felt like that
promised
one
us
scene,
every episode.
I kind of felt
Everyone.
like the one scene in the Intelligentsia lab was the post credit scene.
Then
Yeah,
make
kinda.
it a
Yeah,
post-credit scene.
that was the post-credit scene.
Then make it
I
one.
mean,
Yeah,
it was a
make it one.
pre-credit,
What's the
post-credit, but it was, still the post-credit scene.
I think people just aren't paying enough attention, so they've re-edited to just put it before that mid-credit thing. So they're just like, oh, we'll just give it all. When the credits hit, you can go. You suffered enough.
Honestly, that makes me feel like that reminds me of back in the day with complaining about Blizzard catering to casuals when I'm a hardcore fan and I want it hardcore. Goddamn, this casual shit's too easy, and goddamn noobs should have to fucking watch the credits like I did.
I like the fact that Nikki didn't listen to her lawyer friend and went and tried to ring up Jen and tell her, look, there's some crazy motherfuckers out there who want you dead. There's some QAnon types, and unfortunately she wasn't able to get through to him, but she did leave her a message.
Oh yeah, and then one thing we forgot to mention when she was calling Bruce, when Jennifer was calling Bruce, like, "Hey, dude, I've been trying to get a hold of you for like days, weeks, months, whatever the fucking time this is. Call me back, motherfucker." So we have to find out where the hell he's
how
going
she
in
said
this
it,
shit.
too.
I feel like that was a bit of a fourth wall break there. Like she's like, yeah, I don't know how long this is supposed to be in there, but they're going to be really indeterminate about it, so I will be too.
Yeah, like we'll just go with it as it is.
So I'm gonna get Daredevil next week then.
Yeah. Are you guys upset we didn't get him this week?
No.
No, I don't care. They're going to ruin him. So the longer he takes to come in, the better.
Yeah, damn. Not
that
even...
is the Ginger that I know and love. Oh my God, you were. Yes, I missed you, buddy.
I'm back for this episode. I'm back. I'm in a bad mood because they've ruined one of my favorite fucking teams. And this is from a different universe.
Great Lake Avengers.
What? Say it again.
Can you really ruin the Great Lake Avengers?
That's all I care about. Oh,
yes, you can. You can ruin the Great Lakes Avengers. The Great Lakes Avengers is great, hella fun.
Yeah.
If you really want to take the piss out of the Great,
I mean,
Lake
it's
Avengers,
it's right up fucking Disney's alley because it's a comedy.
If you really want to take the piss out of the Great Lake Avengers, let's make an Avengers 2 video game. Ooh, burn. Ooh, burn.
Ooh, oh snap! But would they dare to tackle Berta? No, that's the interesting part.
Mm.
You know, that big chick that could turn into a supermodel. Oh my God, people would have a fucking meltdown. But you can really run with that as a great character development to say, no, I can pick and choose my body how I want to pick and choose my body because she always picks, Bertha.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, with this episode, I thought this was probably the most fucking stupid episode of She-Hulk this season. But there were moments of it that I did like. So that's the only way I can portray it.
Let's get your final rating out while you're here.
Yeah, I was just going to say, okay, let's go ahead and go around and do final thoughts and ratings here.
Me first, I'll go with me 6 out of 10.
All right. What do you got, Cheetah?
With this episode, I mean, I agree. It was a very dumb episode, and it did. But here's the thing, though: we only get 9 episodes with this. Like, if you think about it, like we think, wow, 9 episodes because we're used to 6, but still, 9 episodes. Like with Andor, we're getting what, 12? You know, in regular seasons, you get anywhere between 13 and 26.
And Daredevil's going to be 18. Ooh.
Yeah, so like I feel like there's not much room for dumb episodes. I'm usually
Fillers.
okay with the bottle episode kind of shenanigans, but this one just kind of felt a little lackluster. There were some fun moments in it, and I was okay with it. But yeah, I think this is the show. This episode was the show drinking a little too much of its own Kool-Aid, and so yeah, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. As I said, a little disappointing, but not entertaining or not unentertaining.
Not entertaining.
Not entertaining.
All right, what do you got there, David?
All right, pal. Yeah,
the Vinnie Mac rating.
I know I said last week that last week's episode was like the weakest of the series. This is it right here. This episode, this is a one and done, honestly, for all Marvel fans. Like, honestly, I'm not going to watch this one a second time. It did have its moments. I did like how they did Mr. Immortal in the beginning, but then after that, they completely fucked him over. I didn't like that. I thought this show, like Cheeto said, it had too much of its own Kool-Aid. I'm going to give it a 5 and be done with it. And hopefully they can pick it up because we've got, 3-4 more episodes to go
3
until this is over? 3?
7, 8, 9.
Okay. They got to finish strong here. Let's
I
go.
can count with my fingers.
Yeah. 5.
All right, Ginger, unleash your hate.
0. This
for
gets 0.
Oh, fuck off. Come
0.
on
This
now.
this managed to be
one big
worse
right
than the
there.
first episode. It's again unacceptable to throw away Mr. Immortal like that. I will never fucking live that down. I would rather watch Thor: Love and Thunder while taped to Taika Waititi, listen to his droll, than have to fucking go through that again. That really pissed me off. That for me was like, the jump in the shark fucking thing for me. Which I mean, I'll still watch the rest of the episodes. Don't get me wrong; it's not killed the series for me because apart from that episode and the first episode, I've enjoyed it so far. But that's just unacceptable. And it was a throwaway episode. They even breaking the fourth wall to excuse it.
Yeah,
being a
she told
throwaway
you.
episode. It's just stupid. The jokes were stupid. It all landed flat. I did not like it at all.
Okay.
The end.
Side question I need to know now. Would you rather watch the Eternals or Thor: Love and Thunder?
Eternals.
Yeah.
Eternals.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the Eternals. It wasn't great.
At
but
least Eternals took itself seriously.
Like Eternals is not in my bottom 5 worst MCU films.
Yeah. All right.
Might be.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you give your actual? Are you actually giving?
I
it
said
0?
0.
He is
0.
giving it a 0.
Oh, fuck.
He's
0.
committed to it
It's
too.
a big bunghole.
Big fat 0.
Okay,
That's
I
why
gotta-
we invite you. That's why we invite you.
I gotta say this thought though before I lose it. Like, okay, the fact that it's a 0, it reminds me of Angry Joe's video, Saints Row. We're gonna have you change your song from Brown Eyed Girl. It turned out to be a really good song, and then it turns out you're actually singing about a woman's sphincter, and without missing a beat, Angry Joe goes, "Yeah, the booty hole," and then they're like, "Yeah, you ain't singing about that."
Yeah. All right. As for myself, I'm gonna have to say I think I really didn't have a problem with this episode. I know a lot of you guys did, but I look at things a lot differently. I think in some of these situations, I really enjoyed the Mr. Immortal plot line. I thought that was in generally pretty fun, pretty funny.
Well, and I think Ginger just takes it personally because it's one of his favorite superhero groups.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think he takes everything personally.
Well, that's because he's a very personable guy.
Just that and the X-Men, I'll take personally.
Oh, yes. So, at any rate, I really had a good time with it. I didn't mind it. Even the wedding episode, I feel like this show is kind of one of those things we have to understand its audience the same way you did with Miss Marvel. Understanding that Miss Marvel was a PG instead of a PG-13 and that they were trying to target a younger audience was key to appreciating that. And I think it's the same thing here with this one, where understanding that it may be targeting somebody else kind of helps me let go of the fact it's a fucking wedding episode. So I'm going to give it an 8, 7.5. No, 7.5. Like I said, I had a good time with the wedding episode, and I think that's hard to do.
Cock.
Yeah. Go ahead. What do you got, Cheeto? Wiggle those fingers. What do you got?
Dude, like I call absolute
Like,
bullshit because Ms. Marvel was such a great show. Like, yeah, it had its moments in the middle that were bad, but it wasn't a fact about knowing its audience. It wasn't a fact about.
Yes, it was about knowing its audience.
No, because I enjoyed
Disney.
it. Like,
Disney doesn't know its own fucking audience.
Yeah,
it tries to pander to one,
I think,
and then gets angry when the original audience is going like, "What the fuck's going on?"
Jumping around on platform counts as a fucking action sequence. You have to realize the audience is made for the under 13 crowd.
I love this debate they're having right now. They're all fighting it
no,
out.
but it was a good.
Don't get
like,
me
the
wrong; it's a
family
good,
dynamic
heartwarming
was
story.
there.
There are plenty of PG movies that are good, heartwarming stories. I love Luca. In fact, I'm obsessed with a show about a cartoon dog made
Well,
for
that sounds like your own
6-year-olds.
kink,
But
but
that doesn't mean that it's not about understanding the audience and the fact that I wish I was 6 years old.
no,
What's
I
that
thought
one?
Ms. Marvel
Luca.
was.
Oh, it's a
very-
kids show.
Yeah, Bluey. I love Bluey.
Oh, Bluey. Yeah.
Well,
And I
best
was
shows
like
ever.
that with Hey Dougie. I was obsessed with Hey Dougie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
you were
that's
telling me about that.
Yeah, that's like for 3-year-olds, 2-year-olds.
Yeah, right.
But-
So part of it is about accepting the fact that it is for its audience.
But here's the thing: I don't. You say Ms. Marvel, like I call bullshit on that because Ms. Marvel did not feel like it was a
PG rated kind of show.
yeah, like a PG rated. Like, was it PG rated? Probably, but like you can't say know your audience because it's like no, it was very.
You can
good
tell it's
in-
PG because of the action sequences.
That's
Well, I think Miss Marvel kind of knew the audience it was trying to get, but it got a different audience. But at the same time, what I liked about Miss Marvel was, you know, the
cultural side.
The cultural side of it was fantastic.
Yeah.
The family dynamic
It
was
beautiful,
fantastic. The main plot and the action was pathetic beyond belief.
Yeah.
because
But
it's made for
I
PG
still,
audience.
but I still want to see more of that show.
And I
you know,
agree with you 100%. But I still
want
agree
to
that it's going to be more
Well,
PG.
and this one,
bullshit.
I could say it definitely was trying to target the younger audience. There's no doubt about that. But She-Hulk doesn't know who it's targeting.
There's
but-
a bit of that, yeah. I think
You
it's
know.
definitely trying to go for a more feminine audience, though.
I
think it's trying to go for a more comedic route. I think it's trying to.
That's also true. My understanding is this is
it's
supposed
trying
be
to
a
go
rom-com.
for like the Sex in the City, Ally McBeal kind of Friends vibe type audience, which is actually surprisingly, you know, a bigger mix than you'd think with the male and female, more gay male kind of audience. Not She-Hulk. I'm talking about the other stuff, but you know, it still gets like a good male audience. But with this show, like overall, I get what it's going for. It's fine.
Yeah.
But Disney doesn't know its fucking audience because
No,
they're
Disney-
trying to target one audience, but they're just not doing it right. They're doing it in such a way that's patronizing.
Wait
you
a
know.
second. Did Dave wait for and not interrupt and put his hand up?
Yeah, I'm
Holy
trying not
shit.
to interrupt. I'm trying not to cut you because you guys have been doing that to each other all goddamn stream. I've been sitting back trying to.
All right.
Who are you and what have you done with yourself?
Lots of things, damn it. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like
David
it's like,
After Dark.
it's like Disney doesn't. It's like Disney can't figure out like who the hell they're trying to go for. It's like 1 minute they're going to go for this demographic, the next minute they're going for kids that like fucking Teletubbies. It's like Disney can't figure it out. But you know, She-Hulk this week, it feels like they catered to like that Sex in the City audience and people that love weddings and that kind of shit. But
So back to the point of my score. I think that if you can do the Sex in the City wedding episode and I'm not hating it, then I think it deserves a decent score because at least they must have done something right.
yeah, but it's all about preference.
Well, for you, yeah. For
I
me, no,
fucking
but
hate
I
Sex
get what
and the
you mean.
City. I don't ever want to watch an episode of that. I'm so glad that I don't date someone who watches that kind of shit.
Which one? Ex Machinima.
Like Sex in the City or any of that kind of shit.
Mhm.
It's not my demographic.
Sadly, I had to watch it.
Do you
I
need
don't
to
go out of my way to watch it, but
Show me
when
what
it
it
is
does.
on, it's quite funny. It's quite amusing.
I had a lot. I had a lot of female friends, and they fucking. If I was around theirs, they'd have it on. So it's just like, okay, fine.
And then
I'll watch it.
Ginger turned into Michael Jordan, and he took everything personally.
Why's that bitch sleeping with that bitch? Nuh-uh, honey.
I took that personally. It upset me
took
that
that
I had to watch
personally.
it. It upset me that I had to watch Sex in the City, man. I lost this bet. I had to watch Sex in the City, and it was the most humiliating 2 hours of my life. I'll never get that time back.
Ally McBeal was good though.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
This is our
That's a
Doesn't
good
matter. We're on a
question. So
nerd
I think
rant
that
now.
ends the stream here today. We've obviously been going on too long. At any rate, so that was She-Hulk for this week. There will be more She-Hulk next week. We got 3 more episodes to go before we wrap it up. To finally, hopefully, an actual real good fight between Titania and She-Hulk. We'll see. But until
That's
next
it.
time, comment, like, subscribe, hang out in Discord. I'll be there looking for you. And hopefully we'll see you guys there. Until next time.
Bye.